hands align. In red and white they always shine. With every pass it feels divine. Arsenal's on my mind. From hybrid days to Emirates grand, each match a symphony perfectly planned. With every goal we take our stand. Arsenal's on my mind.
Welcome back to the Arsenal on My Mind podcast. With you today, as always, Mr. Sekijay and Mr. Spike.
Hey guys,
How's it going?
I'm good. Tough day, tough day.
Nah, tough day, tough day. What a game, though.
Pretty
And
disappointing.
for the neutrals, though, quite the game.
Yeah, it was a good game. It was a good
hmm
show exhibition of the Premier League.
hmm
Um, you don't have to be in Europe in the Premier League to, punch one of the big boys in their nose.
True, true. And they
So,
and there wasn't such a low block. They were pretty I mean, they played defensively for them, but they were not like super ultra defensive. Sunderland were.
no, they were not defensive. They were just physical. They came there to break our boys'
Well, we
legs.
came to their house, so
Well, they were very rough, and the ref was poor,
yeah.
poor.
I mean, if it was one game where we missed Gyökeres's like strength, this was a game.
Yeah.
This is a game that he would have got to push back a little. I mean, we tried. Gabriel is physical, in his own right. I was surprised Calafiori wasn't quite so much in the game. It seemed like the kind of game he would normally thrive in. Um, you know,
That
yeah, maybe a
Bullard,
little, huh?
that Bullard guy, you guy is an animal.
He's a big, he's a British defender,
Big,
Former Arsenal
strong.
boy. I think he was even like thought to be a wonder kid at some point, you know. So he was like pretty good youth team wise defensively for us. But I think at the time we had Koscielny and Vermaelen, So it was tough to break in for a young kid then.
Well, that's true.
Much like it would be really hard for us to have a young. I mean, we lost Heaven, right, for the same reason. Can
And
break got
he's not playing. He's not in heaven wherever he is.
well,
He's
he's in
in
Man
heaven.
U and he's getting more game time there.
Well, that's not heaven. He went to hell to meet the Red Devils.
Good one.
Heaven going to hell to meet the Red Devils.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I feel interestingly, like I wasn't like terribly upset at this game, at the draw.
No, I was. I'm more frustrated than upset.
hmm
Um, I think I would have taken a nil-nil draw.
Over
You know,
this particular 2-2.
over this particular 2-2, and
hmm
of course, our last video jinxed us. And I saw it coming. That's why I predicted that we were going to get scored on in the midweek, but
hmm
apparently it was in the weekend. And I saw it coming. I knew it
Right,
was not
right.
sustainable.
And I
And
mentioned a little
honestly, I
bit
wanted that
too.
monkey off our back anyway.
Yeah, and I put it out there a little bit too that it wasn't like we were like not I mean, I could see how we could concede a goal. Like I don't see like it's not like we're impregnable. I just think we really restrict teams usually.
Hmm.
Um, and in this game today, I just think really and truly, I think we lost a game in the first half. Or I mean, we lost the points in the first half because we just didn't play well in the first half.
Yeah, I mean, we were getting kicked a lot in the first
hmm
half. We were not our best selves.
hmm
Obviously, Europe hangover. It was a long trip going to Ukraine
hmm
and all that cold.
Not Ukraine, Croatia.
Croatia. You
hmm
know, so yes, we were kind of flat in the first half.
hmm
In the second half, we regrouped. Picked ourselves up, played better,
Much better.
played much better
Mhm.
until we scored the second goal. When we scored the goal to take us up, we kind of sat deep.
Well, Mikel caused that by making that change, taking off Eze and bringing on Mosquera.
Was kind
Going to a back
um,
five.
I mean, at that time that was valid. I think
I guess it was late in the game,
yeah,
88
that was late
minutes.
in the game.
hmm
And Eze was poor today.
Right. So I would have replaced him with, Waneri.
Well, I mean, anybody can say that, but if you are two goals up, or rather 2-1 up,
Hmm.
and it's 10 minutes to the end of the game, and you're away, any manager will be thinking, okay, let's shore up this game first. And
Yeah.
if you bring on a one Neri, and we end up still tying the game,
Everyone will blame that.
now the criticism is even going to be more
Right.
because
So
it's
I
like,
mean,
oh,
I guess
Arteta is
my
naive.
issue wasn't
Why will he
with
bring this kid on? And
right.
all.
I guess that looking at it now and it was 88 minutes, no issue with that per se. But I
Yeah,
think you should have removed.
if he had worked out, we will all say Arteta is the man.
Well, maybe not. I mean, because here's the thing, right? So this is where the psychology of football comes into play, and I brought up that first half as a reason, right? The thing is, if we had played better in the first half and that half ended 0-0, right?
Hmm.
And then the same things happen in the second half, right? After we scored that 2-1 goal, or up 2-1, they wouldn't have the mentality to attack us the way they did, right? But they knew they could do it because it worked in the first half.
Hmm.
This is what I'm kind of saying. So we kind of gave them the confidence in that first half that they were good enough, to play
Well,
with us.
I mean, if you look at Sunderland all season,
Hmm.
they know they are good enough.
Well,
They're they're not lacking in confidence at
but
all.
that's that second half, that
Hmm.
period where we scored our two goals,
Hmm.
we made them look like what they were. I
Hmm.
mean, and that's the thing is like I always feel like some and this is gonna reflect in the ratings, like particularly like I gave Mikel, right? You give him some credit for getting them to come off second half and really just like put the foot to the pedal, and just kind of go. And I think that's what we want to see like for 90 minutes, which maybe it's not reasonable, but we want to see more of that. And I feel like almost every game this year, maybe not every single game, we always do that. We start first half with a little bit of a handbrake, you
Hmm.
know, and
Hmm.
then we get a goal and everything is great, and then 0-0 and everything is fine. This is the first time in a very long time where we considered in the first half. So I think it's been shown up is like that first half we look to just control the game, right? But when the pressure is on or when the need is there, if this team chooses to attack, nobody can hang,
Correct.
and it showed. And this is kind of back. I don't want to be this negative Nancy about it, but this is back to that. You said, yeah, it's 2-1 to the end of the game. You put a defender and sit back. But Liverpool of last year wouldn't have done that. They would have gone for 3-1. And I
Well,
want us to do that more.
yeah, you have to understand that our circumstances are a bit different from Liverpool. You
Of
know,
course. No, 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 of course.
last season, Liverpool was coming off winning the league like what 2 seasons before that.
Hmm.
So they have a different kind of confidence.
I get that. I'm just saying. I'm just
We
making a
we
small. Mhm.
we maybe next season, if we win the league this season, maybe next season, then we should start. Our mindset should get a little bit more advanced. But for now, we're still fragile.
Mhm. A little
Do you
bit.
understand? We're still fragile. When I say
Mhm.
fragile, not in the composition of the squad, but our mentality, our mindset.
Mhm.
Because it will take just 1, 2 bad games, and that negativity of the past 20 years is just going to come back,
Mhm.
and the fans will start doubting the players will start doubting themselves, and then they'll start doubting the coach. So today's game, Sunderland is having a good season so
They
far.
are. Mhm.
uh, they've not lost at home.
Mhm.
Prior to this game, they had considered the least amount of goals after us.
Mhm.
So by no means were we going to go play a team that was not sure of what they were doing. They already have a system. They know what they're doing.
True.
And their
True.
fan base is one of the loudest in the Premier League.
Yeah, that's
I've
true. I
forgotten
mean,
I've forgotten about those Sunderland fan base until today.
yeah,
And
they
I was
are
like,
they are
oh, I
very
remember these
passionate.
guys. You
Hmm.
know, so today's game will take from the experience, and just keep keep going. It's not like we were terrible. You know,
Right. No. Hmm.
we went to a team, one of the biggest and most physical teams, and they matched us in physicality, and
Hmm.
we had a poor ref, and we came back after a goal down, and we took the lead.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, we were unlucky, and our goalie made an error at the end. We conceded because, as far as I'm concerned, that was Raya's fault.
Mm-hmm.
We considered the equalizer, and we still had the chance to win the game at the last kick of the game.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll just take it out. You know what? Today we were unlucky, but our system stays.
Of
No,
course.
don't doubt yourself.
No, no,
Don't
no. Of
don't
course not.
start looking.
Nothing needs to change in how
Yeah,
we.
don't change anything. Nothing is broken.
Mm-hmm.
Just go on the international break, regroup. Hope come back. Hopefully
Fixed.
everybody comes back fit. Um, but the good news is we have some guys that are fit already.
Good.
But Arteta is keeping them because November is a big month.
Wow. I mean, I saw that come after the international break, we're mostly going to have obviously Joker is back, Martinelli, Havertz, Jesus, and Madueke are going to be fit
And
after the
and
national break.
we're going to be playing Spurs, Bayern Munich, Chelsea.
Mm-hmm.
And then is it Brighton? So it's a tough month, you know.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
So it will be a good time to get our guys back. And at this point, I want to Odegaard back. Eze, Eze needs to understand that the honeymoon is over.
Mm-hmm.
You see, yeah,
With Odegaard's injury, there is no honeymoon.
he won our hearts because he turned down Spurs,
Mm-hmm.
but now is business time. He needs to he needs to step up his work ethic. I think he's
Mm-hmm.
too lazy,
His
and
work
he
rate is a
needs to
little bit
understand.
wanting,
Yeah,
and
he
he
needs to.
seems like he's not so sure of himself as he was with, on Crystal Palace.
We bought you because of the way you were in Crystal Palace. That's
Mm-hmm.
the essay we want. Don't get intimidated by all the other flashy players around you.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get intimidated by the badge you wear. Instead, work for that badge. Remember that this was the badge that turned you down when you were much younger, when you were a
Mm-hmm.
kid. So he still has to prove himself. He played well for Crystal Palace, not for Arsenal. So now he's in Arsenal,
Mm-hmm.
and he has to understand that he's not a big player. We bought him from Crystal Palace. We didn't buy him from Real Madrid or Bayern Munich or anything like
Yeah.
that. This is the biggest club he's played for, and he might even ever play for in his
Absolutely, yeah. Mm-hmm.
career.
So
So
he
he
needs
needs to
to
he
he
needs to
needs to
hunker
he needs
down
to grab the game,
and work.
He
You
needs
know,
to get in the
Odegaard was
game.
coming from Real Madrid, and Odegaard's work ethic stunned us.
Mm-hmm.
You are coming from Crystal Palace and you are walking around there like you are Vinicius Junior. You need to play. He needs to play the game.
Yeah.
So today he was very poor.
Yeah. No, today wasn't, again, while watching that first half, I kept thinking, how with this game being so tight and so rigid, this is the kind of game that Eze should just take over, right?
Right.
Like just win
As-
fouls and
yeah,
get the ball through and dribble through, carry the
and
ball and move. He didn't do
and he
any
needs to
of
be
that
more.
here.
He needs to be more convincing, but with
Hmm.
his shooting, his passing, because it's like he's trying. All this is kung fu panda things,
Hmm.
and it's not every time it's going to work. Sometimes just you see Saka's goal.
Hmm.
He put his head down, made sure he picked his spot, and blasted it there.
Hmm.
So and those are the things Eze needs to do. Quick trying to score the fancy, flashy goals. You
Right.
know, we need him to be more effective. Period.
Yeah. And I mean, as well, I mean, the thing is, I don't know if it's sometimes, I mean, you can never really tell if it's just, manager instructions, things like that, that's kind of restricting him. Maybe he's being, Arsenal's Mikel is definitely a micromanager, right? And he definitely keeps things a certain way, but he needs to step up for sure because, like you and I discussed before the pod here, he's like one more, two more bad performances by being benched by Waneri,
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Hmm.
I'll put one area there.
Hmm.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
This is a big
So,
club, and I mean, if Pep could be ruthless when he was in Barcelona, Bayern Munich, in Man
mhm.
City, I don't see any reason why we can't be ruthless. We should
Yeah.
be ruthless.
Yeah,
If it does any more of these performances, it's going to the bench.
Absolutely. Yeah, yeah. But I mean, overall though, your ratings, what are your ratings for this match?
Well, my ratings for the match. Well, I'll start with Raya. I'll give Raya 5 first. Let's start,
5.
start right there.
5.
Yes, 5. He was. I mean, he made one or two good saves, but he basically cost us 3 points.
So
Um,
you think that goal was his fault, the last goal?
absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely,
What about
absolutely.
the first goal?
The first goal, no,
Hmm.
not really. That one, there was nothing he could do there. You
Okay.
know, the first goal was more of Declan Rice's fault. You
Right.
know,
I agree.
so 5 for Raya. He conceded 2 goals and
Hmm.
cost us 3 points.
Okay.
Timber 7. It wasn't one of his best games, but it was still one of the
But he was
better.
still,
It was
yep.
still one of the better ones in the back four.
Hmm.
Saliba conceded 2 goals, 6.
Hmm.
He wasn't spectacular. He wasn't bad. So I'll give him a 6. Gabriel, same thing, 6.
Hmm.
It wasn't spectacular. It wasn't bad. But considered 2 goals. Calafiori, kind of like Timber. He wasn't terrible, but he wasn't one of his best games. You
Hmm.
this was a game that we thought he would assert himself at least a little more
Physically,
uh,
for sure. Hmm.
physically. So 7 for him.
Hmm.
Um, Zuzu, Zuzu had a good game.
He did.
He was unlucky that he didn't score that ball that hit the
I
bar.
know. Yeah, that was
But,
quite a strike. Yeah. Hmm.
yeah, but he had an assist, had a good game,
Hmm.
8.
Okay.
You know, Declan Rice, if we had won this game, Rice would have been my man of the match.
Really?
Uh, because Rice, even though Saka had, Saka he had a say, and he was pushing,
Hmm.
but and he basically, because of his goal, you know, got my man of the match. But I would have given it to Rice. So Rice had a good game. I
Hmm.
don't I don't think he deserved to not win this game.
True.
Yeah, so I'll give him an 8.
Okay.
Um, Saka too, same thing. I'll give him an 8. He was my man of the match.
Okay.
He got unfair treatment by the ref and by the players, the opposing players. They were kicking him, and that's why he showed a lot of emotion when he scored that equalizing goal.
True. True. Hmm.
Usually you don't see Saka turn around to the
To
opposing
the
fans,
fans. Hmm.
taunt them, but
Hmm.
because he was frustrated, they kept kicking him, and the ref gives the yellow card to Zubimendi because he felt he had let too many things slide. Then
Hmm.
unfortunately, his decision was, oh, the next person that makes any tackle in this midfield, I'm going to give a yellow card. Then he gives it to the wrong team, to Zubimendi. But anyway, so yes, Saka was my man of the match. I'll give him an 8.
Hmm.
He's growing. I can see that. I can see he's becoming more assertive.
He is, and demanding the ball and moving
Demanding.
around the
He's no
field.
longer, his leadership is showing. He's not, before Saka is a passive player, but
Hmm.
just give him a chance, he'll hurt you. But
Right.
now he's demanding the ball. He's talking to his team. He's commanding his team. He's being more assertive. He's asserting himself more.
Hmm.
Um, Eze, I give him a 5.
Ooh, that
And
is
I
harsh.
don't need to say anymore. I've already said everything I want to say about Eze
Hmm.
game today.
Okay.
Trossard was very impressive.
Hmm.
Trossard he owns that left wing right now. I'm sorry, Trossard, if I
Hmm.
ever doubted you. He's arguably one of our most intelligent players.
For sure. I think he is the most dominant player. Hmm.
Technically, he's also one of the best, most gifted technically.
Hmm.
You know? And his finishing is right now. I don't see a better finisher than Trossard on that
Yep.
team. Maybe Saka. You know,
I don't even think so. No.
yeah.
Maybe.
Don't call Gyökeres, yeah, because
No, no, not
Gyökeres has not
Jokeres.
scored
I was
any
gonna
goal that
say
we
like
say.
possibly Gabriel, but you haven't seen him in so long. Jesus.
Oh, he's not played for us in 2 years. So Trossard right now is
For
our
sure.
best.
Hmm.
Merino, he had a good game. Give
So
him an assist.
what was your Trossard rating?
Trossard 8, 8
Eight.
for
Okay.
Trossard.
Hmm.
Merino had a good game, had an assist, good assist for Saka.
Hmm.
Uh, I mean, he did what he could. We can't expect too much from him. He's not a powerful runner or any
Hmm.
of that. He's more of a slick, silky player.
Right.
So I'll give him a 7 for Merino.
Okay.
One sub, Mosquera. I'll give him a
Came
six.
on too late. I don't even,
Yeah, but I'll give him a six.
Okay.
He came on to see of the game and he didn't. Yeah, so we'll leave it at that.
hmm
Um, yeah, Arteta, I'll give Arteta an 8.
Wow, that's surprising. Your Eze and Lateta ratings are very surprising.
I'll tell you why I give Arteta an
hmm
8. Arteta, he was just unlucky today. You know,
True, true.
first half the team was flat. He,
hmm
he got them up. He pumped them up, got
hmm
them going. Second half, we took the lead. We could have won the game. We were unlucky,
hmm
a mistake, and we tied the game. So I don't think Arteta did anything wrong.
Fair enough.
Putting Mosquera was the right thing to do.
No, I think
At
it is
that
the right
time,
thing at
yeah,
that time,
at
88,
that time, yeah,
hmm
So I give him an 8. I'll give our fans a 10. Our,
Really?
our away fans
You're full of surprises today, man.
Yeah, our away fans were pumping. They were loud. Even when we went down
hmm
1-0, they were still behind the team. There was a time it was just our fans we were hearing singing when we were
hmm
2-1 up in that stadium. And if you see the Sunderland, the Stadium of Lights, where they put the away fans,
hmm
tucked up, far, far, far away,
In the dark.
in the dark, and we could still hear them. The ref, I'll give him a 2.
Yeah,
And that's a brand new
rating.
category for me now. I'm going to be rating every ref that refs our game. A 2 for him.
Yeah.
Very poor decision making. He kept giving us advantage that was not
Mhm.
an advantage. The real advantage to Arsenal is give us a set piece. And this guy did not give us a lot of set piece. Instead, he was just going, oh, go on advantage. Then he doesn't go back and reprimand the
hmm
other player. He just lets the game go. The
hmm
guy was terrible. I don't know where we get these refs from in the Premier League.
Yeah,
So,
he's a pretty popular one too. I forgot his name, but yeah.
well, he's popularly terrible. So 2 for him. So that's my
Okay.
rating.
All right. Well, a lot of surprises in your ratings for sure. At least from my standpoint. But my ratings were a little bit different. Quite a bit different. I mean, I gave Raya a 6. I didn't want to go too low. He did make a couple saves, even the one he made a really good save, the near post one, and then the one that was offside. So, he made some good saves. Yes, I kind of blame him for the second goal. I even kind of blame for the first goal a little bit. Yeah, Rice made a mistake, but I don't know, like
He could have come out and made himself big, like
bigger. Yeah,
what
exactly.
Courtois
I was
did
gonna say
in
make it a little
midweek.
bigger, but he's not a very big keeper, so I get
So
that,
he's not.
So maybe it's not his fault that he's just a little smaller. I give Timber 7, just solid as always. I gave Saliba and Gabriel both 6s because I thought they kind of, I mean, there wasn't like a real like big striker that they were facing, but whenever we let a lot of chances through, you got to blame one of them or both of them, like just they were just not at it today. Calafiori didn't do anything wrong in the game, but he didn't do anything good either. I don't remember ever seeing him do anything that was really good
Yeah.
or really bad. So I give him a 6 as well. So I almost give the whole back on a 6, but Timber is a notch above, so I get a 7. To Mendy, I gave him a 7 as well. I mean, he didn't do anything wrong. I didn't quite go as high. If he had scored, I'd give him an 8. And you could tell he had some urgency about his game today when we were down. So a 7, solid, nothing wrong. Rice, I gave a 7 as well. Um, no real reason other than just I don't know. A lot of the reasons why I feel how I feel sometimes, I think, is just down to what Mikel might be asking these players to do. Rice is good, and we talked a lot about him last week about how good he is, but he's just, to me, I think it was better last season, which is kind of weird to say. I think his role has changed a little bit in this team, and um, to me, I just saw more Rice last season, than I'm seeing more good things. Let me rephrase that. I give him a 7, not a bad rating, just, a 7. I give Eze a 6, could have been much worse. I give him a 6 only because, again, you know, he just doesn't do enough. but it wasn't like a terrible. I think he's played worse for us, which is terrible to say. I think he's played worse in a few of their games, and it hasn't been as good. So I gave him a 6. I gave Saka a 7. And not because he didn't play well. He played well, but again, the team was just so flat that first half that he's included in that bunch. Like they were all pretty flat. They had no ideas in that first half. I mean, his goal was a good goal. But let's face it, Rice made that goal by winning the ball up. So high. I think Saka had another chance that he should have scored where he was on his left leg. He goes and scores on his right leg. So 7 there. Marino, I gave a 6. Not because he did anything wrong either. Again, just like I know we had nobody else to play. This was unfortunately with injuries and whatnot. But I know for a fact that Mikel just played him because he has to play somebody there, right? I don't think I would have thought that this is a game for Marino. So I think I gave him a 6. He didn't do a whole lot. I mean, he gave the assist, but it was a pretty easy pass because it was a midfielder. So but he played fine. I gave Trossard an 8, and he's my man of the match, right? And goal aside, right? He, to me, was the only person trying to do something. I mean, some of the passes that this man played were like, you need like a Lewandowski in that team who can read and just kind of, I mean, he laid some passes through that only the very best attackers would ever even see and predict, to get onto or to latch onto. He tried everything. He was the number 10 today, in my opinion, because he was the only one trying things, unusual things, flicks, through the leg, the passes, his vision, and then in the goal to top it off. So he was my man of the match. I thought he played really well. I mean, not so well that, I don't think he owns the left wing, like you said, completely. I still think if Madueke comes back, he might unseat him. But
Madueke, you do have Madueke on your fully fit team.
no, I know. I'm just saying, based on right now, because Eze was my left winger, my fully fit team. So right now, Eze, I don't know. But either way, I thought. I mean,
Boy,
I've already told you. You all know, and you, Sekijay, my feelings about Trossard. Love him to death.
I
So,
love now. Now I'm beginning to love Trossard a
yeah,
lot.
so he's just an amazing, amazing. He kept trying.
I'm almost gonna call Trossard a world-class player.
Dude, because think about it, right? His goal, like you kind of said, like his goal was he didn't want to shoot that ball. I mean, I think he was looking for one of those killer passes again. But when nobody made a run, nobody made a run that could have received the pass. Okay, well, fine, I'll do it myself, like Thanos.
So you have to remember, Saka
Mhm.
teams for Saka, they don't prepare for a Trossard.
Right.
They prepare for a Saka.
Yep.
So for Saka to still is doing when they try to crowd out his area,
always double teamed.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Anyway.
No, but Trossard was my man of the match today. Mascara, I didn't give him a rating. He came on too late, in my opinion. Mikel, I gave him a 7. And
Marino, what did you
because he
give?
was able to G the team up. Second half to come out, and that 20-30 minute spell after the second half, we were looked really good. It was like prime Arsenal attacking and pushing. I took 1 point away to make it a 7 from an 8 that it would have ordinarily been.
What did you give Marino?
The Mascara sub came really late, but that was the only sub he made.
What
Marino? The game that was,
Marino.
Sorry, Marino. I gave him a 6. I already said that I gave him a 6. Yeah, he didn't do anything crazy.
Even with his assist.
I said the assist was, it was a good assist, but again, that goal, that assist goes to Rice, in my opinion.
Really? You give her a 6 or 7?
Who? Marina?
Rice.
No, Rice 7. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. But so Mikel, he didn't make any of the subs in the game, right? Only Mascara. In a game that, as you said, was so physical, so rugged,
I
gotta make more changes.
I think you should have brought on Nkapie instead of Mascara.
Not even that, but to me, bringing on Mascara is fine, right? But
Nkapie is a more physical player.
Maybe, but again, I would have brought in this is a Norgad game,
Yeah.
Bring in Norgad for Eze or for Trossard.
I was thinking it was going to take Norgad out, take Eze out, bring in Norgad, and have that triangle, that
Yes.
depth of three DMs, you
Hmm.
know, and have Rice just flops,
Yeah.
but we can do that.
I would have preferred that. And you could still bring on Mosquera for like an attacker, for Trossard or Saka or something, but either way. So with a 7, that's my ratings overall. I thought Trossard was really good. I'm not panicking about the draw.
But let me
Felt like
ask
a
you this
loss.
question. It feels like a loss to every one of
Hmm.
us. Let me ask you this question. Do
Hmm.
you think it's a draw or a good um 1 point?
So was it a poor result or a good point gained? Or I don't know if we gained the points per se. We lost 2 points technically.
Mhm.
Um, so again, the overarching the whole feeling about it, the landscape of this draw is that it would have been a really good chance to pull away further from the pack, right? Because tomorrow Liverpool and City are playing.
Well, now I'm rooting for a draw for that game.
Yeah, a draw is the best outcome, right? But had we won, we wouldn't care what the
Yeah,
result was because
yeah,
one of them is going to fall off behind.
yeah.
So a draw would have probably still been a good result either way. But I think had we won this game, and everyone saw this game as a banana peel in a way for us, all the pundits
Yeah, it's
did,
not an
you
easy
know.
game. It's not
Huh?
an easy game.
It's not an easy
So,
game, and then
and they beat Chelsea what last
Zaka,
week?
yeah, and Zaka, being what he is,
He knows
and
he knows how we play.
yeah, and just there's a lot of focus around him, lots of interviews, lots of coverage. So had we just navigated, it would have just been like, oh man, nothing can stop this Arsenal team, not like a big occasion like that, and then we would have been able to sit down and just enjoy tomorrow's game, and be like, both of you guys kill yourselves, Liverpool and Man City. But so I think it's a poor result based on all that. You know,
I
I don't think
agree.
we're ever in danger of losing the game. So I
I
wouldn't
agree.
really say that.
All right. Well,
Mhm.
you heard that, guys. That's how it is. The season is not going to be smooth sailing all through. And
Mhm.
typical Arsenal, they're not going to board the entire league by running away with the league. Make it interesting. That's why you love us. That's why you love Arsenal, and that's why you keep Arsenal on your mind.
Exactly. Yeah. So international break, we might do a episode of something interesting in between. Maybe we don't know. We'll see. But otherwise, we'll see you guys back for after the Spurs game, which would be
Yep.
the North London Derby.
Yep. Share,
Yep.
like, subscribe, keep the
Yep. Follow us
comments.
on all the socials,
We
Instagram
appreciate
and
you all.
whatnot. Huh?
You guys are our energy. You give us our energy.
Absolutely. When we see that ticker going up with more followers, feels good.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
All
until
right.
next time, guys, keep
Keep
Arsenal
Arsenal on your mind.
in your mind.
Let's go.
Under floodlights build the fans align. In red and white they always shine. With every pass it feels divine. Arsenal's on my mind. From hybrid days to Emirates grand, each match a symphony perfectly planned. With every goal we take our stand. Arsenal's on my mind. Oh Arsenal, you never fail. Through rain and sun our steadfast sail.